Hello, friends. I am back with a new book. It's called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. It's a really great and interesting book. You know why? I will tell you why. This is not only a summary of book. This carries a very important message when it comes to your mind. Now, when I say to your mind, when I say just start thinking, when I say just close your eyes and start thinking, you will see all the present, no, all the past and the future things coming to our mind. Why? Because your mind controls you. And when you think about the past and the future, you are always confused. What needs to be done? Because you're always in the stress, you are always in the anger situation, and many more. It actually creates a mental trauma. For example, when I am visiting a sunset area, I want to enjoy the sunset or I want to enjoy the sunrise. But when I am thinking about something else that had happened in the past, for example, a fight with a friend or a family member, or I'm thinking about a goal that I need to achieve in the future, do you think it's right? No. Why? Because you're controlled by your mind. That's why it's important not to have your mind master yourself. It is the you who has to master your mind. I am saying this once again. You should not allow your mind to master yourself. You need to master your mind, master yourself to control your mind. Yes, and it's possible. You can actually control your mind. How? By being in the present, that is now. And this present is very much important. Why? Because when we get up early in the morning, we are always in an autopilot mode, getting up, brushing teeth, going for a bath, and etc. etc. We keep on those things. Everything goes on in life. But have you realized we actually miss the present life? We actually miss those present situation. We do, and we regret later. It is basically an illusion that is created in our mind. See, mind can't be in the present moment. It's only when you control it. For example, when you're doing meditation, why it is always said concentrate on this or just think about it? Because mind is controlling your past or the future. It keeps on putting the thoughts in your mind, and that's where we feel that we are stressful. For example, a small pain which has happened through psychological pain that has happened in your mind, or through it could be through your friend, through your relatives, to family members, anyone. We keep on thinking about that, which is not right. We should avoid it, and that can be avoided only if we be in the present situation, that is now. Yes, it is possible. Even a small morning walk, or I would say a walk in the night, whatever you're doing. For example, I can give you a live example. I am enjoying the speech. Why? Because I am in my present situation. That is, I am in now. I am controlling my mind to give the speech with full dedication, with full enthusiasm, and be positive. Yes, as I mentioned, that this is possible. For example, when we have a fight with our partner or with our loved ones, why this happen? Because we have set a goals in our life. Because we always find our happiness in them. That is why the problem gets created. When we start look for more happiness in others, we forget our now, because we are looking something which is not in their plan. We can actually be happy in our life only if we don't keep those expectations. We can't change a person, right? So why to keep that expectation? And how it is possible? See, this is possible only when we are aware what we are doing. Awareness is the first step where you can control your thoughts. If you want to be happy, think who is the master of mind? You. And you can do it. For example, when you are in a mood, for example, suppose you have kept a goal in your life to buy a new house, to buy a new car, to get married. So that's your goal. What we do is, when we are in that goal, when we achieve that goal, we are happy about it. And when we are happy, we forget that we were happy in that situation. And then again we plan for another goal. That's how we create problem for ourselves. The author in this book say, it's good that you have achieved that goal. But it doesn't mean that what happens after you achieve that goal. For example, once I thought of buying a new house, and once I achieve, then what? You are back to that same situation. Why? Because you are thinking about the past, you are thinking about the future, but you're not enjoying the present situation. Be in that present situation. You can always see, like when you are dancing, when you're doing something which you love, for example, dancing, uh, listening to music, reading books, when you enjoy, you are there in the present situation. Yes, you are there in the present situation. Nothing comes to your mind. Why? Because you're in that full mood. For example, while dancing, you will not think that the person has had a fight with me in this days, or I mean on that day we had a fight, or we had a she told me something that hurted me, right? We will not think about it. And that's why we have to see what matters the most. Our ego, conflict, etc. can be avoided in the relationship. See, we can't change anything, right? We create an issue. We need to surrender ourselves to the situation. That is, we need to be happy in the real life. For example, you have seen how nature, air, river flows effortlessly. It is important that everything gets dissolved. Be in the present moment. Real people are the ones who are happy in the present moment. It's a new way of thinking. Have an emotional relationship from a new perspective. As I mentioned, it's very important to be in now, and you can do it. Thank you.